All right, so today we are going to be unlocking the secrets of a millionaire mind, right?
That's right.
Using T. Harv Eker's book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, right?
Yes.
Um, and we want to go way beyond those surface level tips, you know,
Guzzle.
and really like dig into what makes those money magnets tick, those core beliefs and habits that really shape financial success.
Yeah, and it's fascinating because Eker, he argues that your financial reality is largely determined by this thing he calls your financial blueprint.
Oh, okay.
So think of it like a preset program in your mind, almost like an internal code that dictates your relationship with money.
Okay, money blueprint. That's a cool way to think about it. So is this blueprint like a self-fulfilling prophecy? Like does it actually influence our actions and results?
It absolutely does. This blueprint colors your thoughts, feelings, and actions related to money, ultimately shaping, like you said, your financial outcomes.
Hmm.
It's not just about what you do, but more importantly, how you think about money.
So you're saying to become a millionaire, we need to reprogram our brains, like literally change the way we think about money.
In essence, yes. It's about recognizing those deep-seated beliefs that are driving your financial reality. And often, these beliefs are invisible, operating beneath the surface.
Hmm. That reminds me of Eker's analogy about the tree, right? You can't change the fruit without working on the roots.
Exactly. To change your financial outcomes, you need to dig deep and address the underlying beliefs that form your financial blueprint. He even uses the example of paying an electricity bill.
Oh, yeah.
You can't see electricity, but you recognize its power.
Right. That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
So how do we start rewiring this money blueprint then? Where do these beliefs even come from in the first place?
Well, that's where conditioning comes into play. It's about understanding how past experiences, particularly those from childhood, have shaped our financial blueprint.
So what our parents said about money, how they handle finances, that stuff really sticks with us, huh?
Absolutely. Even seemingly innocuous statements can have a powerful impact. Think back to your childhood,
Yeah.
what messages did you receive about money? Was it seen as good or bad? Scarce or abundant?
Hmm. Wow, when you put it that way, it really makes you think. And I guess those early messages become like invisible scripts that we keep playing out even as adults.
That's exactly right. It's not about blaming our past, though.
Right. Okay.
It's about awareness. Once we recognize those influences, we can choose to rewrite those scripts and create a new narrative for our financial lives.
Okay, so we need to become aware of our conditioning, and then what? What's the next step? How do we actually start changing those deep-seated beliefs?
Well, one powerful tool that Eker highlights is the use of declarations. It's about consciously choosing a new way of thinking and acting in relation to money and declaring it to yourself, almost like setting an intention.
So it's like a supercharged affirmation with action behind it.
Exactly. It's about choosing a new path and consciously stepping onto it. Eker even provides some powerful declarations in his book. One that really stands out is,
Let's hear it.
"What I heard about money isn't necessarily true. I choose to adopt new ways of thinking that support my happiness and success."
Wow, even just hearing that feels empowering. You know, it's easy to get stuck in those old tapes playing in our heads.
Right.
But actively choosing a new belief, that feels different.
That's the power of a declaration. It's
Yeah.
about engaging with the material, not just passively consuming it.
Hmm. So we've talked about the financial blueprint, the influence of our early conditioning, and even this idea of declarations. I'm still curious, what does a millionaire mind actually look like? What sets them apart from the rest of us?
Well, that's where Eker's wealth files come in. These are the specific beliefs and habits that distinguish the thinking of rich people from the thinking of poor people.
Ooh, I love a good cheat sheet for success. So are we about to unlock the vault and reveal these secret wealth files?
Absolutely. One of the most impactful wealth files is this. Rich people play the money game to win, while those who struggle financially, they play not to lose.
So it's about more than just wanting money. What does playing to win actually mean?
It's about having a vision, setting audacious goals, and pursuing them with relentless determination. Those who struggle financially, they often get stuck in survival mode, simply trying to avoid losing what little they have.
Right.
Playing defense, never even stepping onto the field to score.
That's a great way to put it. It's like the difference between playing checkers and playing chess. One is about avoiding capture, while the other is about strategic domination, right?
Exactly. And that's a fundamental difference in mindset. The wealthy don't just want to pay the bills. They want to create a life of abundance and freedom. They set their sights high and go after what they want.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. So playing to win, that's one wealth file. Are there others that are just as important?
Absolutely. Another key difference lies in how they approach problems. Rich people see themselves as bigger than their problems.
Bigger than their problems. You mean they just don't have any?
Not at all. They just don't let their problems define them. When those who struggle financially, when they encounter a challenge, they feel overwhelmed, defeated, even smaller than the problem itself.
I think we've all been there, right? You hit a roadblock and it feels like the end of the world.
hmm
Yeah.
But a millionaire mind would see that same challenge as an opportunity to learn, grow, and expand their capacity.
So it's about resilience, that can-do attitude that helps them overcome obstacles.
Exactly. They don't dwell on the problem. They focus on finding solutions.
And isn't there another wealth file about getting paid based on results, not time?
Yes.
That one always intrigued me.
You're right. That's another crucial difference. Those who are financially successful, they are focused on creating value and being compensated accordingly. They understand that trading time for money will always have a limit, so they seek ways to leverage their skills and create income streams that aren't bound by time.
So we're talking about things like starting a business or investing in assets that generate passive income.
You got it. It's about thinking bigger, taking calculated risks, and focusing on results rather than just clocking in and out.
This is mind-blowing. I'm starting to feel like I'm cracking the code to a millionaire mind.
Well, we're getting there.
We got playing to win, being bigger than your problems, and getting paid based on results. Are there any other wealth files we should explore?
Absolutely. And they get even more fascinating. For instance, did you know that the wealthy tend to admire other successful people?
Really? So instead of feeling like envious or jealous, they see those high achievers as inspiration.
Exactly. They model those who have already achieved what they desire, learning from their strategies and mindsets.
That's such a powerful shift in perspective. It's
Yeah.
about seeing success as something to learn from, not something to resent.
And speaking of learning, another wealth file highlights the importance of continuous growth. Rich people are always learning and expanding their knowledge, while those who struggle financially, they often think they already know it all.
So it's about staying curious, open to new ideas, and constantly seeking improvement.
Precisely. And a big part of that is being willing to learn from those who are more successful than you. Think about it. If you want to reach a certain level of success, who better to learn from than those who have already been there?
You've got a point there. It's like wanting to climb Mount Everest, right? You wouldn't want to hire a guide who's never even seen the mountain. You'd want someone who's been to the summit and knows the terrain.
Exactly. And the wealthy understand that principle. They seek advice from mentors and experts who are already operating at the level they aspire to reach.
So we're starting to see a pattern here. It's not just about working hard, it's about thinking differently. It's about adopting new beliefs, developing new habits, and surrounding yourself with the right people.
You're catching on. It's about rewiring your financial blueprint and aligning yourself with the mindset of abundance and success.
This is amazing. I feel like we're just scratching the surface here, though.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot more.
We've got, yeah, but for now, let's take a pause, okay?
Okay.
We'll be right back with more insights from Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Okay, so we're back and ready to dive even deeper into these secrets of the millionaire mind. Before we took that pause, we were talking about how important it is to learn from those who are already successful, right?
Yeah.
And it really makes you realize that millionaires aren't like mythical creatures or something.
Yeah,
They're real people who have just figured out the game and are willing to share their secrets.
that's right. And one of those secrets, another one of those wealth files, is that you need to be willing to promote yourself. Promote your value. Rich people are masters at this. They don't shy away from selling themselves or their ideas.
So it's not enough to just be good at something. You have to be able to let the world know.
Exactly. Whether it's a product, a service, even just your skills in a job interview, communicating your value effectively is crucial for success. Think of it this way. You could have the most incredible product in the world, but if no one knows about it, it's not going to sell.
That makes total sense. But what if, the thought of self-promotion makes you cringe? What if you're just not naturally a salesy person?
Well, it's not about being pushy or aggressive. It's about authentically sharing your passion and your expertise. Think about it as helping others by letting them know how you can solve their problems or make their lives better.
So it's more about being a problem solver than a salesperson.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the key is to genuinely believe in what you're offering. If you're convinced that your product or service can benefit others, promoting it becomes an act of service, not a sales pitch.
I love that reframing. And it applies, even if you're not an entrepreneur.
Right.
Like, if you want to climb the corporate ladder, you have to be able to showcase your achievements and contributions.
Absolutely. Those who get ahead are often those who are comfortable highlighting their strengths and demonstrating their value to the organization.
This is making me realize how many of my own limiting beliefs have been holding me back?
I know. We all have them.
Yeah. I've always felt so uncomfortable, like, talking about my accomplishments, like it's bragging or something.
Right, right. We all have those inner voices, those conditioned beliefs that try to keep us playing small.
Yeah.
But the good news is we can choose to challenge them and rewrite the script.
Okay, that's inspiring. But let's get practical for a second, okay?
Yeah.
What about something that trips up a lot of us, money management? Any insights from the wealth files on that?
Well, this is an area where the wealthy truly excel. They understand that managing money effectively is crucial for building wealth, regardless of how much you earn.
So it's not just about making money, but about keeping it and making it work for you.
You got it. The wealthy have systems in place to track their income and expenses. They save consistently, and they invest wisely.
Okay, systems. That sounds helpful, but where do you even start? I mean, they don't exactly teach this stuff in school, do they?
No, they don't. But Eker recommends a simple but powerful approach. He suggests dividing your income into different accounts, each with a specific purpose.
Ooh, like virtual jars for different financial goals?
Exactly. He recommends allocating 10% of your income to a financial freedom account. This money is never to be spent. It's invested to generate passive income for your future.
Passive income, music to my ears. Okay, so what about the other 90%?
Another 10% should go into a play account.
Wait, a play account? What is that, like a guilt-free spending fund?
You nailed it. This money is meant to be spent every month on things that bring you joy and make you feel abundant.
Oh, I love this. So it's about rewarding yourself for saving and investing wisely. But doesn't that, like, contradict the whole playing to win mindset?
Not at all. It's about finding balance. The play account actually helps to strengthen your receiving muscle.
Oh.
By allowing yourself to enjoy money in the present, you become more comfortable with abundance, which can actually attract more wealth into your life.
That's an interesting perspective. So it's not just about delaying gratification. It's about enjoying the journey while you're building wealth.
Exactly. And alongside those two accounts, Eker recommends setting up separate funds for long-term spending goals, like a down payment on a house, necessities, education, and even giving.
Wow. So it's like creating a personalized financial roadmap that guides your spending and saving decisions.
Exactly.
No more wondering where all the money went at the end of the month.
Exactly. And remember, even small amounts add up over time. Consistency is key.
This is making me realize how much I've been leaving money on the table,
Yeah.
by not being more intentional with my finances. Okay, so we've covered managing money. What about investing it? That always seems so intimidating to me.
Yeah.
Like something only financial experts could understand.
It can seem that way,
All right.
especially when you're starting out. But remember, one of the wealth files is the commitment to continuous learning. The wealthy understand that this applies to investing as well. They take the time to educate themselves about different investment options, whether it's real estate, stocks, bonds, or other assets.
So it's about becoming financially literate, even if you don't have like a degree in finance.
Precisely. You don't have to become a Wall Street guru overnight. Start by reading books, taking online courses, or even talking to financial advisors. The key is to be proactive and take control of your financial education.
But isn't investing like inherently risky? What if you lose everything?
Well, all investments come with some level of risk, that's true. But the wealthy understand that risk can be managed. They do their research, they seek advice from experts, and they diversify their investments to minimize potential losses.
So it's about balancing risk and reward, not just blindly throwing money at something and hoping for the best.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to go it alone. There are financial advisors who can help you create an investment strategy that aligns with your goals and risk tolerance.
This is eye-opening. I used to think that investing was just gambling, but now I'm realizing it's a skill you can learn and get better at over time.
And as you develop your financial literacy, you'll start to see opportunities that you might have missed before. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses.
Yeah.
You suddenly start to see the world in a whole new way.
I love that analogy. It's about expanding your vision and seeing possibilities that were always there, but maybe you weren't equipped to notice before. So we've talked about self-promotion, managing money, and even investing wisely. Are there any other wealth files we should unpack before we wrap things up?
There's one that's particularly interesting, especially in the context of what we were discussing earlier about generosity. Rich people operate from the belief that my money is my responsibility.
So it's not just about making and managing money, it's about using it wisely and responsibly.
Exactly. They see themselves as stewards of their wealth, understanding that with great wealth comes great responsibility.
This is making me think about that whole scarcity mindset versus abundance mindset idea, right?
Right?
If you're constantly worried about not having enough, it's hard to even consider giving back.
That's the beauty of an abundance mindset. When you truly believe there's more than enough to go around, giving becomes a natural expression of that belief.
So it's not just about being generous with money, but with your time, your talents, your energy.
Precisely. And remember, generosity doesn't have to be about grand gestures or huge sums of money. Even small acts of kindness can make difference.
This resonates with me on such a deep level. It's about shifting your focus from what can I get to what can I give.
Exactly. And it leads to a fascinating question. Could generosity actually be a key ingredient in attracting more abundance into your life?
Wow, that's a powerful thought. You mean like the more you give, the more you receive?
It's a principle that's been around for centuries, and it's worth pondering. But before we delve into that, let's take a short break. When we return, we'll continue our exploration of this fascinating connection between abundance and generosity.
So we're back, and I am still really thinking about that question. Could generosity actually lead to more abundance? Like, you would think that giving your money away would just leave you with less, but what if it actually works the other way around?
It's a very compelling concept. And it ties in with Eker's observation that the wealthy, they often view themselves as stewards of their wealth. They understand that money is a tool, and it can be used to make a positive impact on the world.
So it's not just about personal gain, right? It's about, like, contributing to something larger than yourself.
Exactly. Think about the ways that, wealthy individuals give back. Investing in businesses that create jobs, supporting charities that align with their values, funding research for important causes. Those are all acts of generosity that ripple outwards, creating a positive impact far beyond their own personal lives.
It's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah,
When you create abundance for others, it can actually create more abundance for everyone, including yourself.
that's the idea. And remember, generosity, it isn't just about money. It can be about sharing your time, your skills, your knowledge, anything that can make a positive difference in someone else's life.
Yeah, that's such an important reminder. Sometimes we get so caught up in the financial aspect of abundance, we forget about like all the other forms of wealth that we can share.
Absolutely. Think about the impact you can make, like by mentoring someone, volunteering your time for a cause you believe in, or even just offering a listening ear to someone who needs it. These are all acts of generosity that can enrich both your life and the lives of others.
This whole conversation is really making me realize how interconnected we all are, you know?
Yeah.
It's like this beautiful web of giving and receiving, and when we focus on contributing to that web, it's like the abundance just multiplies.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
And it circles back to that core idea of the financial blueprint, right? If your internal programming is set to scarcity, constantly worrying about not having enough, it's tough to even consider giving freely. But when you cultivate an abundance mindset, generosity, it becomes a natural outflow of that abundance.
So the more you believe in abundance, the more you're able to give, and the more you give, the more abundance you attract. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy of goodness.
It certainly seems that way. And that's a pretty inspiring thought, isn't it? It's a reminder that we have the power to choose our mindset, to shift from scarcity to abundance, and to create a ripple effect of generosity in the world.
This entire deep dive has been such a transformative experience, I think.
I agree.
You know, it's not just about money. It's about mindset. It's about personal growth. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts abundance and success, in all areas of life.
And it all starts with that financial blueprint, with consciously choosing to rewrite those old beliefs and habits that might be holding us back, aligning your inner world with your outer world, and becoming the best version of yourself.
I am so grateful for this conversation and for the insights from Secrets of the Millionaire Mind and, for this opportunity to really explore these secrets to a millionaire mindset. It feels like we've been given a whole new set of tools and perspectives to create a more abundant and fulfilling life.
Well, it's been a pleasure diving deep with you. And remember, the journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep sharing your unique gifts with the world.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. We hope you've been inspired to unlock your own millionaire mind and create a life of abundance, purpose, and joy.